Good point.
Well, my problem is, like, you said, oh, the woman should assume. A lot of times, guys don't know what we want. So, like, half the time, if something happens, guys always say, oh, you should please us, we should please us, or whatever like that. But it's not reciprocated. So, if the tables were turned and she was the one masturbating, I don't see the dude going, oh, let me help you. He probably would have been like, she doing that stuff. All right, we go back to sleep.
Nah, he would have jerked off. Story, but like you say, oh, she should know what he wants and everything like that. No, because I know dudes don't know exactly what we want, and a guy will be quick to say, oh, why don't you tell us what you're feeling? Why don't you tell us what you're thinking? I'm not a mind reader.
And get mad or whatever like that. I don't think it should be the same in this case. Like, no, why don't you tell me what you like? You shouldn't automatically know all the time.
Can I just say one thing? If your man doesn't know, if a woman's boyfriend doesn't know, if she doesn't know, if her man does not know what she likes, that's her fault. That's not his fault. If I'm in bed with you, it's not my job to use trial and error all the time. At some point, you just have to open your mouth and say, you know what? I don't like that.
He didn't say she woke up and was assuming this never happened. So obviously she didn't know he was doing this the whole time because she was surprised about it. So I get what you're saying now, but you shouldn't be like, oh, she should have known because it's the first time it happened. If it happens again and again, I agree with what you're saying.
So all I was saying basically is that she doesn't have a leg to stand on to get upset at. That's all. And you know what? When it comes to a man and his fantasies, there is no man standing in this room who is not willing to tell you what his fantasy is. Applaud that. There's not one man. Every man will tell you.
I'm shy.
And then the second point. Let's make the scenario interesting. If a man comes in and catches his woman masturbating, there is not a man.
Oh, my trouble's got the windows.
No, I'm reversing the scenario. So I'm sleeping, right? It's been a long day at work. I had a 12-hour shift. I come into, let's say I fell asleep on the couch. I came into the bedroom, didn't knock, and it was just the last thing in the world I'm going to do is be like, hey, bitch, that's my bed. You know what I mean? Like, that's the last thing. I will be so, that will wake me up like a shot of rum. I will be awake. Every part of my body will be awake at that point. There's no man in this room who wouldn't mind catching his woman in that scenario.
You haven't been married.
But the difference is,
Is he just going to watch or is he going to jump in?
why would we just watch? We don't in there. It's
No permission? What the hell?
what am I going to say? Do you mind if I jump?
Like, excuse me, I wanna. Oh, okay.
We don't want you in there because we're pleasing ourselves.
Oh. It'll be a pleasure party. Sit down.
I'm just saying, if you don't want me, you can go home and sleep in your home. That's what I'm saying. But you know what? I mean, you know what? Though, when it comes to sex toys, I have no problem using a sex toy on a chick. Doesn't make me feel like any less of a man because I know what I can do. So if she likes a vibrator, whatever it may be, I'm gonna use that on her. I'm gonna make sure it's not some shit that I had in my drawer that I used on a few other chicks. If that's her own shit, like that's what's up. But I mean, there's dudes who do that. They just keep sex toys in their crib and just be like, yo, I'm using yeah, exactly. You don't want to talk about that. I'm just saying, if she wants to use a toy and I wake up and that's what she's doing, then I don't have an issue with that. I'm gonna join in. If she wants me to use that on her, great. If she wants me to get up in it, I'm gonna get up in it. If she wants me to eat it, I'm gonna eat it. Like that's my girl. So there's really no issue with that as far as I'm concerned.
Over here that I wanted to ask. What do you mean, Slim, I think it was you who said it earlier, what do you mean by I don't feel like fucking? Explain that. It takes
I mean,
It takes
honestly, sometimes I just don't feel like fucking.
Yeah, girls too. So
You know, I mean, honestly, there's days I come home from work, I'm in the mood for it. I may not be in the mood for it. You know, there may be some stuff I'm willing to do to help along in the process. I may beat once, and then I just want to go to sleep. I got shit on my mind. You know, yo, it's like, you know, he says, like the way Lincoln says, it's a man's responsibility. It's like, to me, it's like, you know, sometimes you just got other stuff you're thinking about. You're just not in the mood for it. I mean, if you don't want to do it tonight, I'm not going to fucking go storming out the house, smoking a Newport, being on the corner all angry about the shit. But, at the same time, I know that she's going to feel like that, I'm going to feel like that, so I'm not going to press about it. But if it's something that's going on for days and days, and I'm sitting there like, yo, you see this? Why is this not getting taken care of? Then I don't have a problem with it.
to clear that up.
Cleared.
What? This is.
That's what she
That's okay. We'll move on to our next topic, which is something that Slim already.
I'm sorry to stop you out the process. But some of the guys here said that if they caught their woman like masturbating, they won't ask questions. Now I don't know about everybody else, but if she's watching a computer screen, like that person was watching a computer screen, like what the fuck type of shit you like? Not me. That's what I would be saying. So I will question it too. Like you ain't gonna just jump in when she got what's the dude? Brian Pump on her screen. You're not just going to jump in. You're going to want to know if she like muscular guys or something. I mean me. I'm going to wonder, you know, she don't like me.
I think that's insecurity. And I'm not trying to call you out on it personally, but I just think that's an insecurity. Everybody masturbates. It's something that's natural. It's something that we've done since we were really young, as you were saying. And I think that it's important, again, to know what your body likes and what your body doesn't like. To sit there, I mean, and guys go through these phases all the time. I've dated guys that have been like mass masturbators. I've actually woken up to this scenario a number of times with one guy, and that's when you have to do what you have to do. And I agree with you 100%, it is your responsibility. I don't care if this man takes 5 hours to bust a nut, or if it's something where he only likes to go down on head, whatever it is, you have a responsibility in that relationship to make sure that you both understand what you both need to get to that point, and that you're committed to make sure that that happens.
Shots. Oh, okay. I was trying to give a high five.
Like I really did. But what I have to say is this. I've been there and I've done that and I've lived that. I was married to somebody who basically, they did rather masturbate than fuck, and it wasn't me, it was them. At the end of the day, they didn't have the confidence to talk to me about what they wanted. They couldn't take the fact that I'm open about what I want. They couldn't take a lot of shit that I did, and they actually would go and hide my vibrators after they couldn't fucking do what they had to do. So with that being said, it comes down to this. If you are not comfortable with yourself and your body and your intimacy, and you cannot be, what's the word? If you can't wait until you find somebody that you are comfortable communicating with, don't fucking bother. Because she woke up with a complex, she got mad at him with a complex, and he probably did not just want to wake her simple ass up because she was probably sleeping. Because there are a lot of us, if you wake me up with an erection, or you wake somebody else up and they're not, you know, they're just going to curse you out. It doesn't matter who you are or how y'all are together. You have to know each other, you have to communicate, and it goes both ways. If she had asked him what the hell was going on, she'd be okay. And I don't care about the music.
So let me see if I can answer your question. The best way to prepare yourself mentally for that situation is just do one thing. When you decide to date any woman, understand that she is more disgusting than anything that you could ever imagine. She is nasty in ways that you'll never know. As human beings, everyone in this room is turned on by some shit that they would not want anyone else in this room to know. If you could go through the internet sites of some